blessed beings, and welcome back to Cheryl Fuller's Spiritual Wealth. Thanks so much for being here. To all my new subscribers and anybody who's never been here before, I do talk about the laws of attraction, taking positive action which ends in success and satisfaction, and so much more, of course. Let's get it. Today I'm going to be talking about paradigm shifting, and I'm talking about how I've been going through a huge paradigm shift. And so I just want to talk about that to you because you may be going through a paradigm shift as well in your life. A paradigm shift is like just a huge shift in energy and a huge shift in your life. And I've been having these moments in my life where there's drop-ins that are coming in of like finished stuff for me to finish up with people for whatever reason. It's been happening where I've been having these awkward drop-in moments where they feel like a euphoric dream. They don't even feel real. They feel like a complete dream. Had one last night, and had one a few weeks ago, I think it was, and I knew I knew so much information when I left there. I knew that clients were going to cancel their appointment. I knew everything, and I knew that was why it was meant for me to be in that place in that time, and to just completely get that channel to them and the information to them and each and everybody. And things that I would have normally not done, I would have probably kept to myself a few more years, and probably not ever shared with these people, unless they probably would have come to me for a Reiki session, which one has. And so, but the information usually is slow coming, so you don't off kilter the journey for the clients. And so this moment in time, it wasn't that. It was like, now you are out of here. And I had the same thing happen last night. Went to one of my clients' birthday party, and literally I didn't know anybody there but her. And she's been a huge, amazing blessing, and just has given me even so much, referrals, and so she's just a wonderful soul, and I love spending time with her. And so it was an amazing event, and I got to meet her dad, which was so amazing because his higher self did step in on one of our sessions, and so it was just a beautiful night. And there was also even more beautiful things came about, but it was just that drop-in moment where, okay, I knew that it was happening, and again I was like, okay, this is happening. It happened twice yesterday, at lunch and at dinner. And so it was crazy, and then just everything is just breaking away and dropping off, and you can feel it. It's almost like a sadness, like you're moving on, like a graduation, like to the point to where I woke up a couple of nights ago, and I was literally like looking at my house, and I was like kind of almost had this sadness. And anyways, I've just got that message so hugely through this time and this paradigm shift that I'm going through, and I think others are going through as well. So if you find things just kind of like coming up, like boom, okay, we're done with this, we got to take care of this, almost like it's crazy. So I just want to let you know, so I've been going through a paradigm shift, and it's been crazy amazing, and I can feel everything breaking off, like it's almost like, I don't know how to describe it, like I'm on this and I'm moving like in a completely new direction in my life, in a new dimension, a new direction and dimension. And so it's been a powerful shift for me, and there's just been so many things coming up, and like I said, breaking off and breaking away, and even old stuff coming up that were to heal. And so it's been an amazing journey for me. So I just want to say, if you have been experiencing some of those things, that is a paradigm shift. So let's go into whatever is meant for our greatest higher of good to discuss for the rest of the time being. I will come up with all of the things. Like I said, I have so many callings that come to me that I literally haven't been at this moment in time working on it, being able to kind of keep up with all of my callings and everything. So we'll just kind of let it all flow through through this video is what I'm getting. So we're just going to go ahead and just lay our ego and mind to rest, and we're just going to clear, anchoring to your higher self and heart center, dear. Just take 2 more nice deep breaths for me here. And let that surrender and let everything go. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to talk about is the true thing that's going on. Is this will kind of explain a lot that's going on in your life from whoever's watching. Whoever is watching, it's meant for you to be watching this. It's meant for you to come across this. I literally do a prayer for whomever this can benefit. Any sentence, any affirmation, any vibration, anything that come across. If they can benefit it from just a little slightest bit, then please guide them to this video and I detach from it. And so I just want to let you know, if that is the case, if you're watching this today or tonight, whatever the case may be, it is totally meant to be. And so, like I said, the paradigm shift is happening, and you're also gonna think veils are lifting off, things are coming off, and like blinders are coming off, and you're actually seeing things in different perspectives and different things, and just holding on to the old is gonna make your life very uncomfortable during a paradigm shift. Or also, if you are a client of mine and you do get Reiki things, I always say, you know, you can get as many sessions as you like, but you yourself really have to do the work in between those sessions. It's up to you. And so hats off to you, because I know a lot of you are doing the work. So hats off to you, because it's a lot of hard work to take those blinders off and go into different perceptions and actually see things for the reality that they are. And then also to realize that you have the power the whole entire time. Sometimes it can be a slap in the face, and still it is at some points, as in, okay, how did I manifest this, and how can I not manifest this, and what is this to be shown for me? You take like a different step on your spiritual journey. Instead of like getting caught in all the motions of it, you can actually analyze it from all different kind of perspectives. And so that's what we're going to do today, is we're just going to kind of observe, not in a judgment state, but in a lovement state, and we're just going to sit back and observe things so people can kind of understand. Because if you can't change what you don't acknowledge, and sometimes we go through life and we're not acknowledging it, and we just think that we're all right, and everything and everybody else is wrong, and we're building toxic relationships and you know, puppet mastering toxic things to happen because we're so insecure in our life. And the true thing is if you're not loving yourself, then guess what? You're draining it from everybody else. Do you have those people that you're around, even though you love them to death, you love them to pieces, but they drain your energy. They drain everybody's energy around them. It's like, I think some term is vampire sucking energies. It's just where they literally are just, they can't fill their own cup up, so they drain everybody's else to try to fill their cup up. And that could be even in triggering you and making you mad, and that's another way to feed them. Even in anger, anything, any type of time you're putting your energy towards somebody, you are feeding them. So that's where narcissist is going to step in. Somebody that is not loving themselves usually turns into a narcissist, and that is just a label and a term, but it just seems to be the case. And then they start being so vindictive, they don't even realize it, and it's because they're just trying to drain everybody's love, and nobody's allowed to give love to anybody else. No, it's all theirs. And so it's sad, but it's true. And until you acknowledge it and understand what's going on and realize, I gotta fill up my own cup, I have to love myself, or I'm gonna take it and drain it from everybody else. Instead of filling up their cup, you're just gonna keep taking from it. So that's one thing I think anybody can learn from, and just acknowledge and see that from a different perspective, and go be like, and just understand, you gotta love yourself, man. It is like that. If you're not, you're draining it from everybody else, and you're corrupting things that you're jealous and resentful of, back to being not filling up your cup, then you get jealous if somebody you love goes to anybody else's cup because you feel like it's all yours. And if they're giving it to them, they can't possibly be giving it to you. And it's this vicious circle, and you actually have no idea what's going on and why you're creating it, when really you could be getting all the love from everybody, including love from yourself, and returning it to everybody else. Not these spur of moments, what I call would be like fakeness, trying to pretend that you're a really good-hearted person, when really, due to the fact that you're not loving yourself, you're actually not a good-hearted person. It's really just a show that you're putting on. And it is sad, and I seen it last night, as a matter of fact. And people will try to level you down, be jealous and resentful, and they'll try to level you down. It's a vicious circle, and it's very sad, but you have to let them go. That's where toxic people, those people are toxic. You notice you have to limit your time with them because they're so toxic. You can't take on that toxicity and move into the high vibrational frequency beings that we are meant to be. So you have to let them go. And it's sad. It's almost like breaking your own heart in more ways than one. But you have to love yourself before everybody else. So you can't deplete yourself for everybody else, if that makes sense. You can't be like, well, no, I got to enable her because, or him, whoever the case may be, I got to enable them because I feel sorry for them. And I meant that. So you just keep enabling them, but you keep sacrificing your own happiness in your own life to make sure that they're happy and okay. But in the end, you're actually depleting yourself and leveling yourself down to a lower level. Now let's get into that. So vibrational frequencies. So high vibrational frequency beings, they're up here. There's so many different things that going on, and you'll notice people will be like, the term I think is so old, and so will be like, yeah, they're such low lives. What does that really mean? That means they're just low vibrational frequency beings. It doesn't mean anything bad. It just means they're at a low vibrational frequency. It means that their faith is low, their energy is kind of low, and their mind, their limitations are low. Like everything's low, like everything's a problem, everything's happening to them. Low vibrations, lower frequencies, lower faith, not believing. And then you've got your medium, where you're living medium, you're kind of believing most of the time. And then you got your high vibration, where you're just like you're on it, you're in it, you're noticing when this is happening and that happening. That's where I feel like I'm stepping into this really high vibrational frequency. And everything and anybody, I lovingly release everybody and anybody that is in the way of that. And that is the true loving yourself, literally gift that you give to yourself, when you can let everybody else go that is no longer serving you, no matter whom they are. And then let them catch up to that higher vibration. Let them make that turn, but you can't make it for them. And it's almost like when you're on the plane and they say you got to give yourself the oxygen first. It's the same thing here with our spiritual growth. We can't just keep waiting, and we can't keep going, hey man, this, you can't do that. You have to let people find their way. You have to let people heal. And if they ask for healing and spirit guides them to me, I don't even really have to do much. Everybody is guided to me through spirit, and they'll even guide me. Like I said a few weeks ago, they guided me literally boom, 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 boom. And he even guided me to my client's house that it was like, they knew and I knew when I was pulling out the driveway that both of them are going to cancel their appointments. And then this is why I was meant to come out here and just blast them out. They may not resonate with that for a year, 2 years, 6 months, or never. But I did my job and I got it out there. That's the key. No matter how crazy it might be, you got to raise your vibrational frequency and get the layers of off and be like, oh yeah, this could be true. I could have been this. I could have been that. I'm so much more than this, just this human experience and just this meat hook, whatever you want to call it, this human temple, whatever the case may be. This is temporary. This isn't your lifelong thing that you're going to keep living in the same lessons over and over and over again. You are, until you grow from it. And that's where I think one of the highest vibrational frequencies I think that you can hold is when you trust and allow that everybody's going to find their way, and no matter what, you're okay, and you have to really let that be and not enable anybody. And that's what I'm learning on my journey as a Reiki practitioner master, is I can only do so much so far, but the being within themselves are the ones who really have to do the work. I can't do the work for them. I can just beam the Wi-Fi energy to them. They have to be receptive to it and know what to do with it, and I think a lot of people don't. And that's where I was really finishing up a lot of things. Like, some clients may have not have come to me. I literally like went to them. My higher self was like on a mission, and I was saying things that I would have never probably said in a normal state. And still today I'm like, okay, what was that about? But I've got the messages and I know exactly what it's about and exactly what's going on. And I've said it since that night. I'm going through paradigm. I said it all night that night and didn't realize it. And I even said it, feeling it. I keep feeling it and I keep saying it, but I just keep allowing that to happen. And unfortunately, not everybody can go with you on that paradigm shift. And that's where you've got to finish up your business and take care of everything that your soul contract was meant to take care of. So if this is happening to you, no worries or stress, because you are so blessed and this is a huge gift for you. So paradigm shift away, love yourself each and every day, and peace out. Much love, my blessed beings. Peace. Hello, my blessed beings. I just want to chime in at the end here and talk about the vibrational frequencies again. We did talk about the lower vibrations, low life, and then they say, I live in the high life. You live in the high life, like when you're doing fun stuff and you got plenty of money and you're having fun and getting it done. And what do people say? Oh, live in the high life, must be nice, live in the high life. That means you're living at high vibrational frequencies. And so there you go. All right, guys, much love.